Okay, House Labs, let's see what you got. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. Today I am going to give you a thorough review of the Hauslabs Triclone Skintech Concealer. Did I do that right? I have two shades and I'll swatch them for you. I purchased this a couple weeks ago and I'm loving it. Yeah, I really am. So thank you for watching. Subscribe. Bye. Just kidding. So I've been a fan of the foundation, the Hauslabs foundation. I think it does really well for my skin. And I know a lot of you like it too. I know there's people that don't like it. Totally get that. Some of you were like, Rebecca, you have got to get that concealer because you already got it and you loved it. And you were like, I know you're gonna love it. And you were right. So whoever had commented or messaged me that I would love this concealer, you were right. You guys know me so well. I'm going to show you how I apply it, how I wear it, and how it wears on me. How about that? Welcome if you're new and welcome if you're not new. I just think that is such a funny thing that we say on YouTube. Welcome if you're new. And if you're old, see ya. No, just kidding. But I mean, yeah, like if this is the first time on my channel, hi, oh my gosh, so glad of you happy for you to be here. But I'm also really happy for the folks that have been here for years. You know, I wish, like, here's your badge. I watched Nikki LaRose do her tips and tricks on concealers. So I'm gonna incorporate a little bit of what I learned from that video into this video. And she actually used the Hauslabs concealer for that video. So I was like, wow, okay, I can do this. What I'm going to do is prep my under eye area. And she had said something that really kind of like light bulb, right? It just made me think because she was saying how you shouldn't use eye creams that are terribly heavy under your eyes when you're going to apply makeup. So for your makeup prep the under eye area with something a little more thin, obviously hydrating, and you know, we want all those things. But if you pick a serum, it has the concentration of ingredients with not as much emollients and it absorbs faster. That was her explanation. So I have this Pacifica Future Youth, this eye lift serum and time shift eye serum. So I've got a little bit here. I'm gonna just gently pat along. I do enjoy this skincare line from Pacifica. It's drugstore. I think it's less than $20. I'm gonna let this soak in while I talk about the Hauslabs formula and the swatches of the shades I got. So what Lady Gaga said on her Instagram when she was applying it and things that she's done on social media to promote this is she talks about the fermented arnica, and I think that that is something we're hearing a lot of lately in cosmetics and skincare is fermented products. And I'm like, y'all making fun of kombucha, but you know, you want it in your skincare and then you're like, oh look, it's in my concealer and it just makes it so much better. We know what it's like in the industry when stuff catches on. And so right now things are fermented, but in a good way. Because we like things that are fermented in a good way. Wine, yogurt, concealer. Okay, so I bought light neutral 13 and 12 light rosy. That's right. I got the one that was a little bit more yellow neutral, and then this one has a little more rose kind of pink. There is a large shade selection, so we love that. But back to what Lady Gaga was saying was she was applying her concealer. She was doing her makeup artist was on the video as well. And she was talking about how she applies it all over the face. Sometimes she skips foundation, which I'm like, okay, maybe don't say that because don't you want us to buy your foundation? But she also says that she uses it because it soothes her skin. So the fermented arnica, I do not recommend applying straight arnica that you get like at a homeopathic section, Whole Foods, etc. Gel to your face. Usually there are some things in there that can be irritating, but arnica is supposed to be soothing. It just really depends on the formulation it's in. But this fermented arnica, she says it reduces the redness, and there's caffeine in here, so it helps the under eye look more awake, and it reduces puffiness and all that good stuff. And then she says she washes her face, then dabs a little bit of the concealer on some areas when she goes to bed. So I'm not gonna do that. That's I don't know. I think she has, I bet you, Lady Gaga, doesn't need to worry about which silk pillowcases she smears concealer on when she sweats in her sleep, because that would be my problem. So here is shade 12, Light Rosy, which looks more kind of highlight, brightening. So I got that shade here. You can see it. And then here is number 13, the neutral one. And you can see it's just a smidge more yellow, but they're both along the same depth. They're not really that much lighter or darker than the other. So, but I think they're great for me. I'm gonna just do a little bit on this area right here. I think my cream is, yeah, she said, Nikki says, make sure your products are absorbed because that will prevent pilling. If you have pilling when you put your makeup on, sometimes it's formulas, sometimes it's just formulas not liking each other and it's just like a chemical reaction and the one pills up. But sometimes it can be just because you have a lot of something on, it's not absorbed, and then you put a creamy product on top and then there you go. You got the little pill in action. So I am going to use my BK Beauty A506 brush, and I'm gonna just dab this in the corner, inner corner. You can see that. Something I'm seeing a lot of, like with the Kosas and some of the other concealers, and even the one I love from CoverGirl, is they're putting more skincare and like eye care ingredients in them so that you're getting the benefit of let's say pro-aging, right? Okay. And now I'm not gonna wipe this off because I'm actually gonna use it. I like to use a brush. I'm sure a sponge, I mean anything works, right? And this is good stuff around my nose, let me tell you. So something that I do enjoy about the Hauslabs is it does like a nice, when you apply it with your brush or your sponge, and then you kind of take the warmth of your fingers and sort of press it in. I feel like it doesn't pull away. It actually kind of does a better job of covering and like laying on the skin. So I really enjoy taking it where my pores are a little bit more large, or my redness or veins are a little bit more prominent, and then I just kind of press that in. I think that it works to smooth it out and give a better finish. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is, because in some cases you put on a concealer and when you're putting it on with your fingers or you're doing something, it doesn't seem to change, or even you're kind of wiping it away. So I like this. I do have one note in terms of dear Hauslabs. product development. Your packaging confounds me, and I'll tell you why. So I love the doe foot, and I think that they did a nice job of making the doe foot where it holds the product, you know, you get enough surface area from it. And I understand the physics of trying to make the tube opening just the right size so that when you pull out the applicator, it's actually removing some of the excess. My problem is, and you might have seen, there's a lot of resistance when you push it in, and I'm afraid of it bending or breaking off because it almost feels like the sponge is just a smidge wide for going in the tube. But maybe it has to be that way. But I just, that's how I feel. I do have a mini of the Kosas Serum Concealer. See, the sponge is a lot smaller. No resistance there. Oh, and I have e.l.f. Okay. See, that is a big old doe foot, and there is no, it's easy. So, sorry, Hauslabs, there is something to my theory that it's a little bulky. Okay. Something else Nikki said was to use loose powder when you're setting versus pressed powder because there is the way it's milled. And you know, I do both. And sometimes, she also said like if you're traveling and you have pressed powder and that's what you use to set your makeup with, you know, it's fine. She's like, it's just about a like flawless sort of preference. It's gonna work because I use this sometimes and I have no problem with it, but I am gonna do what she said and I'm gonna have a little bit of, this is great because it's both pressed and loose. So the idea is that a pressed powder is more of a finishing powder. I like to use just a very soft, fluffy brush, not very big, doesn't have to be very big. You know, you just kind of, in fact, what I like to do is I always put my brush in the palm of my hand and then, or my powder puff, and I showed you that in my hacks video. And I'm just gonna dab this on so that making sure I don't have any creasing because I just have little fine lines right there. And yeah. But I love a puff, a powder puff, this little velvet puff from Amazon. Same thing, just, you know, before you go in on your face, just kind of tap off. So I like it. I'm gonna go in with a little more all over. Just doing this, and then I do this. I should probably, I will one of these days get the Hauslabs powder. It looks very nice. I think because I have the Wayne Goss powder and this Milani and Makeup Revolution, I'm like, I'm okay. They're all talc free. I'm fine. No worries. It's good. I like it. I don't need to buy anything yet. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup, and I'm still filming a bunch today. I'm trying to do some batch filming. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will come back to give you a close-up, and actually I will give you a close-up right now. I mean, it looks pretty good. What I found with this product is that I really do not see any creasing. I don't see it on my face. I've put it on my forehead and it doesn't settle in my lines, and it has not settled in under my eye area, and I do feel like it lasts a long time. I feel like it looks really good for a long you know, a good stretch of time. So I will show you that. First, I'm gonna show you when I have all my face on. Like Mrs. Potato Head, I'm just gonna be putting on my face. And then, so I'll come back in just a second. Well, hello, I am back and my full makeup is applied, and I will list that below because that was something else I filmed. And I did cheat a little bit. I put the Huda Beauty, the Easy Bake and Snatch powder right here. So I don't want you to think that I have done anything to alter my concealer and the wear or longevity, but that's what that is. It actually looks kind of pink, like almost like a highlight. I mean, it is a finishing, whatever. So, still haven't really done my hair. Well, folks, I am still pleased with this. As a matter of fact, it was a little strange to me because I had my camera on my phone. I opened up Instagram on my phone and it was the, you know, my front facing camera, and I went, that doesn't, why is that filter? And I thought I had a filter on, and I'm like, what is the matter? And I'm like, nope, that's my face. That's my face with this concealer. Sure, it very much is like a filter. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. Okay, I am gonna go about my, I'm not gonna do an official check-in for you by the end of the day. I will, however, insert me in 6 hours so you can see what I look like here 6 hours from now. And it'll be a fun contrast because I'll look tired and wilted and a little frazzled from all the stuff I did this afternoon. Maybe I'm having a hot flash, we'll see. But I wanted to share that with you. But yeah, I love this concealer, I really do. And I understand it is not cheap, and I will make it my mission to find good alternatives. Although you know what I love. You know what concealers I love. Maybe the Flower Serum Concealer is probably the next closest thing. The CoverGirl, as much as I love the CoverGirl, both the clean and the Simply Ageless, the coverage isn't the same as this one. But the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, that's a good one too. But I really do feel like this is superior. Maybe the Catrice concealer. I might have to play with that. I did compare that, both the Catrice and the Flower Beauty. I feel like I've compared or duped, you know, as offered as dupes before. So I do feel like those are very, very comparable. Not identical though in formulation. Well, thanks everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped. If you've been on the fence or you're curious about this concealer, let me know if I either convinced you or did the opposite. But there you go. Or have you tried this and you love it or hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. I always want to know. No one is right or wrong. Like, if you don't like it and I'm sitting here and saying I love it, neither of us are right or wrong. You know, it's okay. It's okay. I get comments and it's like, I didn't like it. And sometimes I take a little bit of a personal offense, like, well, too bad for you, you know, if I'm raving about something. And then I'm like, it doesn't matter. There's no score. I'm not keeping score. Like, please like everything I recommend. But I mean, I wouldn't mind. Alrighty, folks. Thank you so much. Again, see you next video. Take care. Bye.